They say toys are made to bring joy. But what if I told you some toys were never meant to be played with? Labubu and Pozuzu might look cute, tiny, smiling creatures with big eyes, but behind their stitched smiles hides a truth more disturbing than you can imagine. People around the world are saying the same thing. These toys move when you're not looking. Some even claim they whisper at night. Is it just imagination, or something real hiding in plain sight? Let's begin. Labubu and Pozuzu are popular vinyl designer toys, created by How To Work in Hong Kong. Labubu looks mischievous, wide grin, sharp little teeth, fuzzy ears. Pozuzu, its darker companion, has a devilish charm. At first glance, they seem harmless, but their rising popularity on social media has taken a darker turn. Videos are surfacing where people show Labubu turning its head slightly in time-lapse footage. One girl in Taiwan claims her Pozuzu disappeared from her nightstand and was found 2 days later, outside, covered in dirt. Another man in the US said he heard scratching inside his closet, only to open it and find his toy facing the door. Some believe it's all for attention. Others aren't so sure. A Reddit thread with thousands of upvotes suggests that these toys may be modeled after ancient protective spirits, specifically mischievous spirits known in East Asian folklore as watchers, beings that appear in innocent forms but feed on fear. What's even creepier? The company behind the toys never explained their inspiration. No backstory, no lore, nothing. It's as if these characters just appeared one day, like they were meant to be discovered. We started digging into the origins of these designs. The creator, Casing Lung, is an artist known for blending innocence with discomfort. His characters are cute, but unsettling. In an interview, he once said, "Not all monsters are bad. Some just want to be seen." That quote raised questions. A toy collector from Japan claimed that after buying Labubu, her dreams changed. She kept dreaming of tall, skinny creatures staring at her from behind doors. Every night, the dream ended with Labubu's face smiling wider and wider. She sold the toy, but the dreams didn't stop. Psychologists say the brain sometimes associates shapes with emotions. A smile that's too wide, eyes that are too big. These things can trigger our uncanny valley response. But what if it's not just our brains? A user on TikTok posted a video claiming her Labubu toy had moved across her shelf overnight. She thought it was her cat until she rewatched the footage. The cat never came into the room. The toy, however, shifted twice. Coincidence? Maybe. But story after story paints a chilling picture. Pozuzu seems even more sinister, with its little devil horns and creepy grin. Many say it's cursed. A boy in Malaysia reportedly threw his Pozuzu in the trash after it kept falling from shelves every night. The next morning, it was back, sitting upright on his desk. His parents swore they didn't move it. Another video from Indonesia shows Pozuzu falling off a cabinet multiple times, always at 3:15 a.m. The girl who filmed it began experiencing sleep paralysis. She said the figures she saw in her dreams had Pozuzu's eyes. It's become more than just coincidence. Some are calling it a digital haunting, where spirits attach themselves not to places, but to characters. Popular toys, beloved figures, things we bring into our homes willingly. Online forums now warn users to be cautious when buying second-hand versions of these toys. Some say the energy of the previous owner travels with them, especially if that person was troubled. Labubu and Pozuzu might look different from each other, but their strange energy feels the same. Pozuzu, with its stitched mouth and haunting stare, is the darker version of Labubu. Some fans believe they're connected in a creepy, spiritual way. People have said that if you place both figures together in the same room at night, weird things start happening. Lights flicker, pets behave strangely. One person claimed that their dog refused to enter the room once the toys were placed side by side. Some collectors online call them the cursed duo. What's more unsettling is that both characters were created by the same artist who once said in an interview, "I wanted to create something that feels cute, but is always watching." Always watching? That doesn't sound like a toy. That sounds like a warning. Another strange event happened to a teenage girl in Japan. After receiving Pozuzu as a birthday gift, she started hearing faint scratching sounds every night. Her parents thought it was mice, until they removed everything from her room, except the toy. The sounds didn't stop. People often talk about a deep unease they feel when being in the same room with these figures. It's not just about their appearance, it's something else. An invisible presence, a watchful eye. You're not sure why, but you don't feel alone anymore. There's a rumor online that these characters are based on real folklore spirits. One old Taiwanese tale speaks of a pair of creatures that visited homes late at night. One smiling, the other quiet. They weren't evil, but if you made eye contact for too long, they'd follow you. Labubu, the playful one. Pozuzu, the silent one. Sound familiar? Some historians even found sketches from the 1800s that look eerily similar to Labubu's design. It's as if this creature has existed in art for centuries, just under different names. That might be why people feel like the toys have old souls. One paranormal expert analyzed a collector's video and said, "This isn't a toy, it's a modern mask for something ancient." A viral Reddit post told the story of someone who moved into a new apartment and placed Labubu on their shelf. Within a week, mirrors began fogging up even without steam. Words appeared, "You see me." When they threw the toy out, everything stopped. Coincidence or warning? You might think. They're just toys. Nothing can happen. But stories keep growing. On TikTok, videos have gone viral showing Labubu blinking, not as a trick, but with no edits. The sound of quiet laughter in the background. One creator even showed their camera app freezing every time they pointed it at Pozuzu. It worked fine elsewhere. Some collectors believe the toys act differently depending on the person. If you're negative, angry, or stressed, the energy changes. One user said their Labubu toy smiled wider after an argument in their home. Are these just people imagining things? Or is something feeding off our emotions? There's even a theory that Pozuzu represents regret, that the toy holds onto emotions people hide. It never speaks, never moves, but something about it feels alive. Labubu represents the mask, the thing you show to the world. Together, they become more than plastic. They become a mirror to your mind. One final thing. People who tried to get rid of the toys reported something odd. Even after throwing them out or gifting them to someone else, they dreamed about them. In one Reddit thread, multiple users described the same dream: a dark hallway, faint footsteps, and Labubu slowly turning toward them, smiling. Another person shared how after giving Pozuzu away, they saw it once again, in someone else's window, across the street. Coincidence? Or had it returned? These aren't just stories. There are forums with hundreds of similar experiences. The common thread? A feeling of being watched, of being studied. It's not about believing or not believing. It's about what happens when something feels too real. Maybe Labubu and Pozuzu aren't cursed. Maybe they're just misunderstood. Or maybe we were never meant to have them in our homes. So next time you see a Labubu or Pozuzu toy, don't just think it's cute. Look closer. Is it smiling for you or at you? Because in the world of haunted objects, not everything wants to stay on your shelf. Some things want to be seen.